Hello darlings, how wonderful to see you. Always makes me happy to see my beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just filming this today, it's Sunday, and I just wanted to show you what we're doing on a typical Sunday, Bert and I. This is about what we do usually, and I thought you might like to watch and see. We've had a few mishaps. The fence has come adrift on Bert's driveway side, so he's trying to fix that at the moment because we had some terrible winds, and they do things, don't they? I mean, things move. It just happens, doesn't it? Anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I need to grow 2 inches. Oh, it's just that little bit too short.
Looks dangerous. And it's been a good week, a busy week, just a normal week, nothing extraordinary. Although we do have some very sad news that I'd like to share with you. Morticia left the nest on Tuesday and Monday night and hasn't returned. And Gomez comes every day and cries for her 3-4 times through the day. I love you too, Lucy. And it's so upsetting and so distressing to see. After a few days, Bert climbed up the ladder just to make sure she wasn't dead in the nest. And there's 6 eggs in there. So we're so disappointed. We don't know why she didn't come back. There's lots of reasons online. The legs, I love you too, Lucy, I love you too. There's lots of reasons online, as into that it could be that the eggs weren't fertile, or that he wasn't providing enough food for her. She thought he wouldn't support the young. But I don't believe that, because he was so attentive and bringing food 3-4 times a day. It goes straight to my gut, and I think gut feelings are often correct feelings. Lucy knows that she's got hit by a car or killed by a bird. So we're very sad, very, very sad. And I've rang the wildlife people here. And because rosellas are a native bird, we're not allowed to touch the eggs in the nest. So we can't raise the chicks because the eggs could be viable for a week, they said, from the last time the egg was laid, and she was laying them over a few days. So because, of course, me being mum mode, I said to Bert, that's it, we'll just incubate them for her, we'll do it. But you're not allowed to, and I don't really know how I would go doing it. So sometimes you've just got to let nature be nature, don't you? And it's really upsetting, isn't it? Anyway, so I'm very sad. So Gomez is still coming regularly, and she's just not coming back. And I got some film. The last film I got was of them both having a bath together in the bird bath, and it was beautiful. And then she flew off that night, and I thought she'd be back, and I thought, they're back, and I'm so happy. They are back. Thought she was back, thought she was just in the nest. And like I said, Gomez was getting beside himself. We could tell something was wrong because he was just running up and down the branches frantically and jumping up on the nest, you know, and screaming out this terrible scream. And anyway, so that was why Bert climbed up, because you're not supposed to go near the nest, but we needed to. Anyway, so on a lighter note, Lucy's been very good this week. She's off to the dentist next month. Cover her ears so she doesn't hear that, because she doesn't like the doggy dentist. But hopefully it'll be her last dental work that she has to have done. So that'll be good. Bert took me shopping, and we brought 2 pairs of shoes for me to walk around in that aren't runners, that are very comfortable, and they're leather, and you know, they tick all the boxes, except the price box. They were so expensive, it's ridiculous. I got such a shock. I think 338 Australian dollars for 2 pairs of shoes. But when you've got foot problems, you've just got to get shoes that feel comfortable on. And they're not glamorous, they're just black. So they go with everything because I have a black bag and I don't like having too much stuff. Okay, you get up, Jan. And they're just, you know, shoes. You'll see them for sure in the videos because I'll be wearing them all the time. But one pair was even half price, so there you go. I just couldn't believe it, but I did need them. So I've got a summer pair and a pair for the cooler days, so we'll see how it goes. Now, how have you all been? Come on guys, leave me comments. I love this community that we've built. I feel so lucky to have you guys. It makes such a difference having somebody to talk to. And you know, I see your comments and it makes me so happy. So thank you so much. Leave me a comment, tell me what's going on in your world. Like the video, it always helps me, and subscribe if you would. I am trying to get subscribers because I just think it's lovely to have more people to talk to and to spread some more positive energy into the universe. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. So yes, I haven't done any tree hugging, but what I am doing today is finally, I've been working on a fairy tree stump garden now for over a month, ever since Ahiranta sent me all of these beautiful fairies, so a while ago now. And finally I've got it finished. It will always be in a state of doing things with them because that's the thing with fairy gardens. You find something and you think, oh, that'll be cute in the fairy garden, I'll pop it in there. And so anyway, I'm going to set up where it's going, and that's what you're joining me doing today.
Whew, that's a thick bit.
So I'm going to start the fairy tree house today. Ahiranta sent me some beautiful little fairy knickknacks, and I'm going to use them on this one. So this has been a lot of preparing, a lot of work for Bert. When I said, darling, I want a tree stump made into a fairy garden, it's huge for Bert to do. But he's done it, apart from the roof, which I'm still not sure what I want to do with that. And so let's get started. So this is the fairy house that Ahiranta brought me, and I've got some spray here and I'm going to undercoat it, and then I'm going to coat it with a spray to protect it outside. And I've got some little ones that I brought at Kmart that I'm going to do the same with because they need protection, I think. This is one that I got for Christmas from Bailey, so I'm going to put some protection on that. And then I've got all these little weenie ones that were part of a Kmart set. Look at them, aren't they so sweet? But I don't think they take the weather very well. I'm just not sure. They fade. So I'm going to spray them with this. I went to find out first what to get. Look at all these little bits. And the man told me to buy this plastic primer. So I've got this, and then I've got a clear overcoat. So that's what I'm going to do to these to protect these. So in my experience, you have to make one heck of a mess to make something nice. This has been my workbench, and I've had so much up here this week. And this is the fairy house I've been working on. What do you think, guys? What do you think? I mean, like all fairy things, it will be a constant work of art. You can also look into it, which is wonderful. So I'm rather happy with it. It also has a little roofy thing there that I put on once it's in position. But I've done a couple of little details. Like these are all stuck on there. And a lady gave me some beautiful earrings, but I couldn't wear them because when I put my buds in, it knocked the earbuds out. So we've got a few little details in it. I've got a lot of things in here that Ahiranta sent me. You always have to have a queen of the fairy garden, and I've had this one sitting around for a while, so I popped her on top. These two little ones here represent me and my sister. When we were little, she jumped off the seesaw and the seesaw hit me in my mouth, and it got a really nasty cut in it. And I've always had a funny mouth ever since. Now, I had to get something in here because of a dear friend of mine. I don't know if you watch her channel, but you should. Look, Lisa, I did this for you. Can you see them, Lisa? Can you see them? 2 unicorns, one for you and one for Pixie Angel. What do you think? I did that for you. So, like I say, fairy gardens will always be transforming, and I'm very happy with it. This little terrace is super cute. Ahiranta sent me these from Happy Van and Drone Adventures. Isn't it gorgeous? And then down below, I've made like a 3D village with all little houses that Ahiranta sent me. I'm not sure if I'm getting the footage of them. Yes, I think I am. So that's them there. And Oscar made a pond which will be going here somewhere. So I do have this total picture of what it will look like. But like everything, it's been a lot of work, a lot more work than I could have ever anticipated. A lot of work for Bert, a lot of work for me. Lucy has been my constant companion, and that's been good. So I'm going to take you out and show you where I'm putting it. Come on, Lucy. Come on, darling. So, as for things with all fairy gardens, most of them are things that I find around the yard or that I've picked up at the park, and I just try to use them. So it's all just a bit of fun, isn't it? But this is where I'm hoping it will live. I'm going to pop it in here. I am going to move the stump that's there, and I'm going to fiddle around here creating what I want to create. I've got it in my mind, I know what I want, and I've just got to do it. Beautiful spot, isn't it? Wouldn't fairies love to live under there? I think they would. So let's get to it. What do you think? So Bert thought this would be good as like a little roof. So that's what I'm going to use it for. So the whole idea I'm wanting is when you walk around, you see a little bit more. And what I like the idea of is that when my little granddaughter Bailey comes, she'll see right down into the lower levels because she's so tiny. They're back and I'm so happy. They are back. Morticia is a very diligent mother. I couldn't be happier that she's back in the nest. After a week of going out and partying, she's decided to settle down to motherhood. Go, Morticia. So Morticia has returned to the nest after being away for a week. We have been so worried. We thought that she'd abandoned the nest. So now I think maybe she went off and was just eating lots of food and has come back to incubate the eggs. It's fascinating to watch. I don't know if you can see, but Gomez is there. But I was just sitting doing my morning Bible reading and I could hear their chatter. And Gomez makes such a different sound when Morticia is around. They really do chatter to each other. So I just thought I would pick up the camera and just see that you guys can see this. It is just amazing. I'm sorry if it's moving. I'm holding this myself and I usually lean against the window. So come on, Morticia, go in and incubate those eggs. It's been a week since you laid the last one and she's in. Fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. And Gomez is there. You can see a little bit of red there through those leaves that are moving. I just don't want her to come out now. Stay in there, do your job, Mummy. I can see her beak. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Thank you, God. You've woken up now that Daddy has sat down and put on his heat packs on his knees. Do you feel like being friends with the heat packs, Lucy? She's debating whether to go over and sit with Bert with those heat packs on. What a worry she has. Love you, Lucy.